And welcome back to another video here. We got our chicken coop run combo in the shop. For the week, we are going to smack her together as fast as we can in timeliest matter. We got 4 days to do it. And then we got to deliver it the next day, Friday. Hopefully the day is Monday. It's a 6x6 insulated walk-in style coop with a 4x6 porch. And then we have a 6x9 run that is connected to that as well. Should be a fun project. We got lumber all ready to rock and roll. That's for the run. These are the skids for the coop. We got framing. We got the plywood, insulation in the cab. We are ready to go. We are going to smack this thing together. Let's roll.
Building a home for my best friend, a little palace just for you. Got my hammer, got my nail.
All right, we're going to frame together this floor here. 6 feet on center. I got the 4x4 skids all ready to go. I got a 2x4 in there, cut up 45 roll go. Just like every building, crowned all these bad boys up, which just means most boards either are curved one way or the other. None of them are perfectly straight. So I'll just put the curve up, you know. Helps with the flooring over time. 16 on center, all these bad boys. This thing even shooting. Okay. Yep. So this bad boy here is insulated, so I gotta frame it, sheet it, and then we'll flip it around, leave the insulation, and sheet the top. So we gotta remember, you know, this is crowned up. But we want the crown, well, got it. Yep. Board must have a bow to it or something. Classic. Can't find anything for lumber anymore. Charge more and we'll fall or something. So we're gonna sheet this, flip it around, nail it down, yada. Put some glue down here for the plywood. I feel like it helps with moisture and bugs, I guess. I don't know. Makes the guy feel better, a little better quality. Instead of, especially with nailing it, not screwing it. There are ring shank nails, but screwing it, that it could eventually get loose. But the glue will just hold her down nice, tight for a long time. So I'm gonna throw this bad boy on there. Kind of, you know, something like that. Do gotta swap up my nails again, of course. Okay, put these little babies back in. So this is our factory edge, you can tell by the way it is. So we're gonna nail this corner, flush. And we're gonna flush this up. Make sure everything's straight. Oops. Nail that down. Now if we flush this up, don't worry about this side, but worry about this side. So this side and that side, this corner is flush. It means it's squared up. See, it's got a little bow to it. Push that in. Now, our base is technically squarish, or close enough to square. Come back and nail that all off once I get my other board on here. I'm going to cut that. We're going to throw her on. Now we're gonna rip this thing down. 3 1/16. It's a 6x6 coop, but that's the outside pretty close, so got a minus for siding and everything like that. That's why we're at 23-ish. We're in short, half-inch siding both sides. There's my chalk line I can't see, but pretend I can. So like that. Like so. Gotta get some glue on this. Oh. Things always leak. Why do they always leak? How do you get it not leak? Buy a better quality gun? No, that couldn't be it. Boom! Count! Alright, what side's our factory edge? Not that one, that one's the old deal. Get her nice and tight. Just a little bit off for some reason. Pretty good. Always out of ammo. So I'm gonna snap some lines here with a nail. There, not that one. There. Here. There. And there. Track lamp. Get some more chalk. If you're gonna grab chalk, so you can't see the line, neither can I. I know it's there, you know, so we're gonna give her the old eyeball it. So let's flip this around. Easy with it. Now we have to set this about 3/8 half an inch away from that because we want something to sit on that. Get a feel. Saves on some trimming. Alright, put this top ply on. Try not to smear the glue around too much, you know, we kind of want to sit on top of the two B's. By force. Push this up. Get this puppy nailed in. Okay, get this puppy nailed in. Bark. Alright, we're gonna try to get this flowing down without getting any of this, you know, glue and whatnot on the top side. Okay. Just gotta save a little bit of it. Gotta come to the edge with it. This stuff is pretty sticky, this glue. It's like some vinyl flooring glue. And she is sticky. It's real hard to get off your skin. Clothes. It just doesn't really get off, you know. Alright, now we got it lined up pretty good. We're gonna start with one corner, work our way around. Start this one right here. Put a roofing nail in there. I like to keep that base hold a lot better. And we just gotta work it out. You know? Work it out. Work our way over one direction. Get some nails. I got me floor ready to go. This is the porch. This is the coop. Now we got to frame up our walls. We're going to frame up the front side first. Yeah, frame up the front side. This has the door, 2 windows. Frame up the back side, and then I'll frame up the 2 sides. Roof, nesting boxes on the outside. We'll insulate it, side it, paint it, blah blah blah. Let's continue. Alright, we're gonna start framing up this wall here. I don't know, it's a lot of studs for a little area, but with windows and doors and whatever else, adds up. And I got the wrong nails in again. Ha! Ha! Take 2. Take 2. And that never happened. I'm gonna frame up this wall here. Yeah, there's a lot of studs, but nah, still. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna nail them all yet because I gotta get some top and bottom window plates in. I'm just doing right now the windows, and then I'll come back to the door and outside ones here. Now I gotta figure out where I want to put these windows. Our windows are 18 by 12, but we're going to get a little bigger, so we're going to 12 by 8. good morning. It is the next day. We are back after her here. First thing we gotta do right away is framing our roof. So we're gonna nail electric board along there, set our purlins on top of it. Then we gotta set our tongue and groove ceiling in here. And then we gotta do a little bit of wiring. This bad boy has 2 outlets, so on the back side here we gotta put in a couple outlets. Then it's insulation and siding. Today we gotta get this puppy painted up. Everything pretty much painted, trim, siding, possibly work on the porch or start framing up the run, depending on how much time we got going on. But it takes time for that paint to dry, but we gotta get it done today, so let's do it. Alright, so we got our ledgers up here. We gotta set our purlins. We gotta put one on the end for nailing our tongue and groove, middle, and one on top. Same thing, the end. But we're gonna go 3 inches back for our ridge cap to screw into that purlin. So yeah, we're gonna go 3 inches. We'll pull it on the end. And the end we're gonna go 16 center from that 3 inches. Set my purlin up here. Crown those bad boys up. Put that all the way down. Just like so. We're gonna get that nailed in. Stay. Something here. Set it on our line. Sucker's really leaning out on top. That's why when you measure the length of these bad boys, you don't just measure top. And then what you gotta do is measure the ends here where the wall's connected. Because the top might be pulled out like so, like this one is. So we're gonna get all these nailed on this side, and then we're gonna have to pull it together on that side. Alright, so we gotta pull this together, we gotta nail this once it's good. Ah, I gotta get it in. I need ammo! Reload! Reload! This should be enough. Looks like that nail might have off, but right. Should ride. Okay. Good, more nail gun. Same thing over here. 3 inches. 16 center. 3 inches. 16. Like so. Ooh, it's gonna be tough to pull that together. Okay. Let's nail this bottom one. No, you're not. I think I'm gonna toenail this way. Pull that in. Sorry. Toenail this way. There's some screws. My gun. Pew, pew. I'm gonna pick up on it actually, so then it'll grab a little bit deeper. Good. Now this, those are all tight. I'm gonna reset this. I gotta get this a little tighter. Hopefully it holds. Should be good. Same thing over here. Boom, taut. So now that we know that these walls are straight up and down, allegedly, unless they're both pulling one direction, but it's all right. All right, let's get our tongue and groove in the ceiling done. Alright, so this is how I do my boxes. I got the inside already sheeted. So I just put them on here. I'm gonna put one here, then one down lower. I'll put it about there. I just kind of mark it out. Put another one here-ish. We take our, one of the best tools invented. The old multi-tool, whatever you want to call it, and we just zip it out. Now that we have our hole cut out, you just kind of flush up the front to the front of the plywood-ish. I think it's like somewhere around there. I don't know exactly. It's hard to tell. Uh-oh. Ew. Good. Check to make sure that's looking good for distance. That's pretty good. That front top needs to come back just a wee bit. So, and then your box is installed, and we'll just run a wire from another box, yeah. They do have these little, that's supposed to be about, for your thickness of plywood or house, and it's sheetrock or whatever. That's not for it. Just just like so. We got our boxes in. We got to run our wire. Those look good. That's good enough. There we go. We don't have to wire in the outlets yet. We can just stub it into the box. Let's come over to my box of wire here. So that's not there, but that'll be enough for that box to the outside plug-in that powers them both. I'm just kind of going to put it pretty close to that box. Okay, this seems longer. This seems a little better. I need a screwdriver of some sort. Get that out. I ain't no electrician, but you know, it's pretty simple actually. Kind of do that. We'll staple that, one in the middle, and staple that. Okay, staples. Gotta find my staples. I just have enough. Alright. Let's get this stapled in here. I'm gonna try to pull it more center. Gotta make sure you don't, wreck the casing of the wire. This one's a little twisted, but fine. We gotta be careful when we are nailing the siding on that our nails don't bounce through and hit that. We'll try to avoid it. No, nail here, down there. But this is going to be the exterior wiring deal. So we're just gonna kind of bound it up like that. Check on the inside, make sure everything's looking good. Yeah, plenty of wire. That's good. It's plenty of wire, but that'll be good for now. Now we just got to insulate this bad boy. And then put some siding on her. Let's go play with some itchy cotton candy. Alright, well, we got the first coat of paint on it. I got the nesting box kicked out, framed up as well. There's 3 nesting boxes. It's coming together. I got the trim. It also is drying over there. But I got to get one more coat on it. As you can see, there's kind of, some spots that are missing some paint, but trim needs to get painted up, front and 2 sides. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. After the paint is dry, I'm gonna put some deck boards down, and then start framing in the overhang. That'll probably do it for the day. It's getting late already. Well, dinner time, that's usually where I quit. Yeah, we're gonna get that last coat on, and then we're going to frame up the porch and see you after that. Alright, well, we got it all painted, got this porch done, the deck board, and then I got the porch framed up. Kind of nice little styling up here. Looks pretty, got the purlins on that. Turned out pretty nice. She is coming along and nicely. That is going to do it for today. Tomorrow we have to trim it, make doors, frame the run, wire the run. Hopefully we can get all that done tomorrow, so then Thursday we can do some touch-ups, finish it up, like putting the windows in, hardware, install doors, stuff like that, finishing up. But it's a good day at work, and I will catch you in the morning. Well, good morning. Here we go, back after another day. We got to keep working on this old rig here. We're going to cut out some doors, windows, and we're going to build the door. We're going to start framing up this run here. Get that done. That's my least favorite part, is the run. Fencing the run. Framing it's not bad, but I just don't like fencing it. Just time consuming, stretching and whatnot. Staple. But gotta do it. So let's. Well, go on behold, be the next day. Didn't really record much of the fencing process. Pretty self-explanatory. I do the bottom it's 4 foot tall, and then I use 4 foot tall for the bottom and 3 foot tall for the top. So I put this board a little over 4 foot, 2 inches down, so it's about 4 squares down. Do the bottom, do the top. I don't even wrap it around the edges. Like, I don't continue it. I cut it to each side's length and just wrap around a little bit. And this one comes nailed across, boom, stretch it, and I just wrap it around a little bit, and it's a completely new piece. It doesn't continue. It works out better that way, because when you do that and you try to wrap it around the edge, it gets unsquare, and then it's hard to keep it tight. It's a horrible deal, but that's what we got done. We got this all done, ready to go. I gotta just get latches on that. That's pretty much it. We got the vents in. Open and close those. It's coming along pretty nicely. We got just some bars on here for the roosting bars. We got it wired. The outlets are in. 2 outlets, one top, one bottom, and then on the back side here is where you plug in like an extension cord. It's like the male adapter or whatever, male side of the extension cord. So you plug the cord into your house or wherever power source, and you bring an extension cord and plug it right into there, and then that powers those 2 outlets. Works out pretty nice. But next step is we gotta get these windows in. I'm probably gonna pop these windows in, pop these doors in, and then we're gonna be roofing it. We got it all insulated as well, the roof. I'm probably gonna roof this first and then roof this. I do have to, I should probably disconnect the run, so it just gives me more space, but not sure if I'm gonna do that or not. But let's get after it. We're gonna finish this thing up today and get it loaded up. Get these windows slapped in here. I like to caulk, get some clear silicone, caulk the sides and the top. I don't like to caulk the bottom in case water or something does get in there. It's got a place to go. I don't know. This works pretty good. Kind of going on there like so, and then you put the window on. It kind of, squeezes it in. Make sure you get it all nice. Boom, just like so. I like to use these, I don't know what they're called, shed winders or something like that. Work pretty good, it's easy. Just screw them on. I like to use, of course, the best screw around, pole barn screw. They work for everything. We're just gonna screw the bottom. I also flip these windows around. Typically the screen part is supposed to be on the bottom, but I flip it around because my vents are pretty high up, and the roosting bars, I want that cross ventilation to flow over the roost, not on them. So that works out a little better. It works the same. You can still adjust them. This one's got a couple adjustments for different side openings. Another nice part about using pole barn screws with this is they're black. It matches the roof or whatever color, usually the trim you got going on. Usually the window color is the same as the trim color, and then usually the roof color is the same as the trim color. So usually you have the right color pole barn screws, Another precaution I like to do with this is, since it is screened, just, that whatever mesh screen it is, predators and stuff could get through that if they wanted to, if you got your windows open. So I cut a piece of hardware cloth, the right size to fit over that. So when I'm doing that, I pretty much use the screws to hold it on for the top side. And these pole barn screws work pretty good too, because they got the big washer on them. pretty good. You don't want it too big. These screws, you want them, I make it just nice and tight and small where these screws, screw it and actually pulls it tight. So it works out pretty good. This is a 12 by 15 window. You can get them Amazon or Sheds and More, wherever else you want to get your windows, you know. They got different sizes too. They got, what is it, 14 by 21s. And then it's 18 by 23s, I believe. These are the 12 by 18s. What's going on here? Not sure what's going on here, but why is it every time I screw that in it finding it back? There you go. Just like so, that helps secure it, predators or whatever else. Screws still work the same. Everything still works the same. You really don't even know it's there, as it's black and it blends in. Especially if you're doing like white windows, it's not black, but the screen's black, so it kind of blends in and kind of nice, you know. Better be safe than sorry. Last thing we want to do is lose a chicken or something. Can't be having that. Boom. Pretty darn snazzy if I don't say myself. But I'm gonna smack on the other one, then we're gonna get smacking on some doors. Alright, we're gonna get this door popped down. Our hinges up. I like these heavy duty T hinges. I don't know. They work good. These screws here. I don't know why they make them so short, but you know, garbage. So we'll use the right screws with, you know, bull barn screws. Black again. Works good. Got a good seal. Big washer. I like it. Works. Alright. Don't judge. I like to just put a spacer down on the bottom and you set your door on it. You don't have to worry about holding it up. You just pop it in. You're good. It's set to the right height, you know. You just put your hinge on. You can do it all by your lonesome. Let's see, we want this puppy right about here. We're gonna pretend that wood just didn't crack. It's not anything. Just put a couple staples in that. Sometimes stuff breaks and cracks. Staples to hopefully hold that. I should pre-drill it, but you know, probably won't. Boom. Hopefully that'll hold. Try that again. Step number 1. So yeah, we're gonna throw this hinge on. There's a trick you can do also, they say. It seemed to work actually pretty good. Is worry about the wood split, you just put the drill in reverse. Yeah, for a while, and then just put it in forward. I don't know if it really works or not. I'm like so. Seemed like it worked. Make it any worse. That pull it in a little bit. You want that nice and tight, that seam. You don't want a big gap or anything, especially with our reveal over here. I don't have a ton, you know, a 1/4 inch at least, but more the merrier, you know. I don't like to make it too big, so there's a big gap. Means potential predators and whatever else. We're gonna do the bottom side here. Same kind of deal. More unlikely to split when it's not close to the edge of the top is. So just throwing that in. You get a pry bar to push that bottom side over. Looks like there's a little gap, but that's just a trim piece. The actual framing is tight, and I felt it go bonk. So then we're gonna put one in the middle as well. For these tall doors, you gotta have at least 3 hinges. Holds it better, holds it together better, straighter. Everything like so. I don't know. Because that's the way it is why. Like so. Couple more screws in here. Boom. Just like so, we got ourselves a door on hinges. Now we gotta put our latch, handle, and she is good to go. But I did need a little chunk of this more trim here for a latch and handle to grab onto. I'm gonna go cut that, staple that on. What size? About that big will work. Dip a bit on. Like so. Now, I like to use these Everbuild heavy duty slide bolts. They work real well for all the pet houses I build. They're heavy duty, they're easy to install. You can lock them. It's nice now to fill a stupid latch. You're trying to fit it in the thing. There's a big leeway. Holds the door nice and tight. It's nice and big too, where you can crank that door shut, which is sweet. Easy to operate. Like so. Screws. Here are the screws. With these bigger screws, I am going to pre-drill that drill. So we're going to put the extra pre-drill into this drill, and these are Phillips. We'll get rid of that. Put this on here, like so. And we're going to pre-drill one of these in there, all, well, like so. See how we got to add that other piece? Like so. Boom. So it's pretty straight. There we are. Leave a little gap there. Just kind of center it nicely. Make sure you get your holes pretty centered. These square holes have a little leeway with these screws, but they're so far off. Like that one there, for some reason it drilled over there, so I'm going to set these two center ones first to hold it in place. If I put that one in, it would move it. But after I got 3 screws in, it won't move. Boom. We'll put our latch on. It gives you 2 options, these latches. So you can either, if you want to like screw it on like that, but I like to just use these. Just screw it on like that. It's simple. Make sure it's all the way closed. Give yourself a little gappage, center it. And then should be good to go. Put some screws in her. Center it up. There it is. Latched. That leeway you have, it's big. That gap, that's like ain't going nowhere. Like I said, you can put a pin, carabiner or something to lock it for predators if you want. Now we gotta throw on a handle. Same thing, I use the 5.5-inch handles. 6-inch ones just seem, I don't know, a little big. Don't need to pre-drill these ones because they're just small. A lot of screws, they won't split the wood at all. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing, just center it. There, yeah, right there. Make sure it's straight. Just like so. There we are. That door is completed. A little spacer out of there. That sucker will work good. That's kind of how I like to install my doors. It's the same exact process on that one. I use a thinner spacer. But same thing. You set your space down, set the door in, pop the hinges on, pop the latch on, pop the handle on. She's good to go. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna get after some roofing. Yeah. Well, we did it. We got her all done. We got everything finished on this coop, ready for delivery tomorrow. Got our roof on, ridge cap, our edge trim on. Turned out super nice inside the coop. We take a look. Roosting bars. I got 2 different sets of roosting bars, vents, everything. Nice threshold. They can sweep everything out. I do that for all the pet houses, coops, and whatnot. But this coop turned out super nice. Got the auto door on there as well. Yeah, turned out really nice. Excited to go deliver it tomorrow. Tell the customer it's a little bit of a cruise, but we'll get her there. But next week, we don't have a build in the shop next week. We're getting concrete here and over there. So this will be actually one big slab. We're gonna get organizational lumber set up and more room for storage. We're gonna get a welding station set up, another workbench. A lot better system than we got going now. It's exciting for next week. I'll see if I'll bring it along for that adventures or not. But appreciate you guys for watching. Check you on the next one.